strength. With us at full-back by Kona, Naylor, Mackay and Price the three-quarters. And the Paul boys at half-back, Henry and Robbie the captain. Up front it's Vanganar, Lowe's and McDermott, Gartner, Peacock and Forshaw. And on the bench, Deacon, Anderson, Rigon and Fielden. It couldn't be much stronger for coach Brian Noble. Now the Wigan Warriors, and they have got Chris Radlinsky at fullback, Johnson returns, Renoff, Connolly and Carney. No Brett Dallas, he still has hamstring problems. Matthew Jones and Adrian Lamb at halfback. Forwards O'Connor, Newton and Howard, Cassidy, Ferner and Farrell. And the substitutes are Cowie, Betts, Chester and Hodgson. And the coach is Stuart Raper. Well, a fabulous crowd here at the Bradford and Bingley Stadium, previously known as Valley Parade. And in each of the last 3 years, teams finishing first and second have gone on to the grand final at Old Trafford. This is the fourth meeting of the year. Wigan have inflicted 2 of Bradford's 5 defeats. In fact, Wigan are the Bulls' bogey side in the Super League era. 14 clashes in the weekly rounds. These Wigan players have won 9, the Bulls have won 4, and there has been 1 draw. But Wigan know they lost here, 35-24 on Easter Monday, but they have won twice subsequently at home. 44-30 in round 17 in June, and then 16-10 in August, after they trailed 8-2 at half-time. Their fans are here in numbers. They're hoping that they'll be off to Old Trafford at the end of the next 80 minutes. Andy Farrell leads his men out for this match, and their win-lose ratio over the course of the season has been exactly the same as the Bradford Bulls. 163 tries scored though. Tries conceded, 82. 2 of the best in the business are going to be watching here. 27 tries in the regular season for Chris Radlinsky. And there's Terry Newton, their top tackler. Bags of playoff football experience in this Wigan lineup. Bags of playoff football experience for Bradford as well. Out come Wigan to a ticket-tape welcome from their supporters. The noise, though, as the men in black take the field, will be nothing compared to what's to follow in a moment. Stuart Raper, their coach. He knows that his club are 3 years without a trophy since the 1998 Grand Final success, and the Wigan public desperate to get back to the glory days. Crackling atmosphere, and Matthew Jones knows that his brother Andrew won the Australian Grand Final down under earlier this morning. He also won the Man of the Match award in that match, so Matthew Jones has got quite an act to follow. But the Bulls, well, not a great record against Wigan. They have beaten Wigan just once in the last 8 meetings. But they were emphatic winners here on Easter Monday, 35-24. They were 20 points to 0 up at half-time. Such a big side, this. And when you think they have Leslie Vainakolo over here, the big New Zealander, he is like a man mounted, a former New Zealand sprint champion, and he will be in these colours for Bradford next year. He's about as big as Joe Vanganar there, just going through the screen, but he's about twice as fast. Out they come! There's the typical Bradford welcome for the Bulls. Sensational atmosphere. Bradford with a week off. It sometimes goes against the teams that have the week's break, Steve-O. Brian Noble hopes that they are fresh, physically and mentally for this. What say you?
Well, they said to me on the quiet on Friday when he was our guest at Hull that as far as he was concerned, the side was in tip-top fashion. They were confident. They realise it is going to be a tough game. It always is against Wigan. He gives them all the respect in the world. Russell Smith, of course, big night for him also.
Yes, Russell Smith, the match referee. He is certainly either number 1 or number 2 official in the game, depending on your opinion. But But I'm sure that Brian Noble and indeed Stuart Raper are happy that a referee of that experience is in charge of things out there in the middle tonight. So here we go. One of these two will be off to Old Trafford when we're finished here. Henry Paul kicks off. Gets great length on the kick as well. Matthew Johns with the first touch for him, and he slipped fatally in the corner and then allowed Bradford to close in for the kill. Wonderful atmosphere, great game in prospect. And one of these sides know they can start making their grand final plans at the end of this. Johnson to his feet, Terry Newton at only half. Harvey Howard, who played in the Australian grand final as a substitute for Brisbane 12 months ago. He drives it forward, Newton again. Adrian Lamb with a kick. Davide Lycona was expecting that. Oh, the ball bounces to his legs, and it finds touch. Great kick in the end from Lamb.
Started out on the best. A wicked bounce. Lycona did the right thing. He knew it was going to be bobbling away. Just turned the legs, let him go, they'll get head and feet. Nervous start. And I just wonder whether any of these players, and the two coaches perhaps, they were watching the grand final in Australia this morning. Sometimes it can be a lift. Obviously, you mentioned the fact that Andrew Johns picked up the man of the match and the great Clive Churchill medal. But what a boost for his brother Matthew Johns. He wants to make sure that he can emulate that and go on to the grand final here.
That's the prize at stake. Bradford with first use of the football after the feed of that scrum. And here is Jamie Peacock. He passed it to him very quickly with Harvey Howard and also Terry O'Connor. The one thing that Wigan know they have to do is stop Bradford getting on a roll. Van der Aar bounces off Newton, drives through to the next three.
That'll set the scene. He's had a wonderful season as Joe Wenger.
Naylor, a little dab and an invitation to Lycona, but Brian Carney covered the situation well. And Lycona, a little swing at the Irishman.
That was silly play. Well waiting from the centre, Scott Naylor. Put all the pressure on Carney. They obviously feel that he's a little bit of a problem, but little doubt about it that Lycona threw in the left. And the forearm right into the face of the Irish international Carney.
So Wigan with a relieving penalty, and here comes Terry O'Connor. Brian McDermott first to meet him with Jamie Peacock and James Lowes. He will get to his feet, the Irish international. Terry Newton was into my half, and he goes wide to Cassidy. A welcoming committee for him. Here goes Newton again. There was a push there by Cassidy on Henry Paul. It's not allowed that, and the referee and touch judges have missed it.
Well, they certainly moved across to Cassidy there. Well, we didn't see any softening up period in the Australian grand final. They got on with it with open football as quickly as possible, especially Newcastle getting over their advantage line. But I think that'll be different here tonight. They look as though the forwards are mean. They're going to get into each other big time.
That's a high hanging kick from Johns. It was contested, but it was well claimed by Michael Withers. He's had a magnificent season for the Bulls.
Unbelievable take there. Under a lot of pressure from Ferner. And it's on. And a bit of a push and then a swing in the arm.
And Henry Paul felt that. Terry Newton being pulled out by referee Russell Smith. It's going to be an uncompromising night, there's no doubt about that.
It certainly is, and he didn't miss. Newton, bang. Actually, what Henry Paul knew that was coming, and he tried to get out of it as quickly as possible. Newton also got a little bit of claret rolling down the right-hand side.
Good deep kick. It takes Bradford midway inside the Wigan half of the field. This is an opportunity for them. McDermott, but they were offside. Wigan, they move forward, fighting quickly.
Now they will go for the two. They normally do.
Robbie Paul is pointing at the sticks. I think the kicking tee is on, and they are going for the 2 points.
That's good thinking. And he plenty to choose from there when they took the tap. I mean, they were about 3 meters away by the time Jimmy Lowes had actually touched that ball with his foot. There's one thing being eager, another thing giving away a silly penalty. Pressure time not only for the players but for both the coaches, though he looks pretty calm at the moment, Stuart Raper.
Well, the one thing they know, both the coaches and the players here tonight, is they do have the safety net of another week, and it's St Helens at either Bradford or Wigan next Saturday night for the second place at Old Trafford. Henry Paul gets the ball going to successful kick of the night.
Well, I can assure you, Eddie, that the thoughts going through the minds of the players from both sides and the two coaches is that a second chance is not on. They're just thinking about one thing, and that's Old Trafford.
An important kick that for Henry Paul, not only for the club, of course, giving them a 2-0 lead, but for Paul personally. That makes him the first in Bradford's history to land 200 in a playing season. Henry Paul, off to pastures new next year. They'll miss him. The rest of the Super League won't. Kicking with deadly accuracy. Farrell restarting. He probably had the two best kickers in the Super League on show here tonight in Henry Paul and Andrew Farrell. 2-0 Bradford. It was full time now. The Bulls would be on their way to the grand final. Long way to go yet. And another penalty. Wigan with a touch of indiscipline here.
Well, that's great refereeing there by Russell Smith. You can see Cassidy messing around with McDermott. You've got to stamp your authority early on. Otherwise, both sides, they'll start the niggling tactics in and around the play the ball. We can't afford to do that.
Now then, well, they've rushed off the line again, Wigan then. But this is Van den Aar.
Bit of a nod there from Cassidy. He caught the elbow in his face.
Henry Paul running flat on the bounce. It finds Danny Gartner. Good flying challenge on him by Adrian Lamb.
Not surprising in Gartner, playing wide in the centres.
Good movement from Bradford. This is Mike Forshaw. He felt that.
Didn't like it. He thought Howard got a good shot on it.
Swinging Harvey. And the referee just says no swinging Harvey. This is Robbie Paul. Good job that Cassidy and Farrell were alert then. But Bradford 8 metres away. This is Peacock now. And the ball released, and I think that's Wiggins in the shape of Cassidy.
It certainly is. Really, that wasn't on. Peacock in an impossible situation.
The touch judge is on. I think there's a bit of argy-bargy between Cassidy and Jimmy Lowes.
Jimmy had a little bit of a dig at him. Short pass to Peacock, and when the ball came through, you'll just see Jimmy have a little dig there, and it is left one. Maybe now soften up period way down in Sydney, but in Bradford we're getting plenty. It's pretty tense out there.
Well, the stakes are so high. A place in the Tetley's Super League Grand Final. That's why these tackles are flying in. Stand-up halves and prop forwards, it doesn't matter. It's a week on Saturday now. That's when the Grand Final is at Old Trafford. Andy Farrell is desperate to get there.
Well, it just shows you that not much open football being played, nearly all worn-out stuff, mainly due to the fact that both defences are moving up ever so quick.
This is Matthew Johns. He tries to straighten it up, but Gartner was there, and so too was Brian McDermott. Newton to Farrell, and he will hoist the kick right underneath the sticks. This is a tester for Withers. Oh, he's up to the task though, Withers. New 2-year deal in the bank this week.
Solid as a rock there.
Well, Spruce went earlier this year, and what a nugget they found in Michael Withers.
He's gone from strength to strength, and that's a second take. Took it with ease as well. But this is going to be a real arm wrestle.
Leon Price did well. He released Daniel Gartner, and Gartner on a little run.
There's plenty of shots going in as well. There's a few creeping just above the shoulder.
Beg your pardon, that was Scott Naylor with that run, but there's no mistaking Joe Van den Aar. He's over halfway. And such a tough cookie to put down. And Farrell was underneath him then when he dropped.
Ooh, that went forward.
Not chilling.
That drifted away. All three officials not impressed. You can see there, even on that angle.
Robbie Paul now. And Robbie Paul hoists the ball. Withers is after it. Radlinski claims it. And Radlinski does well to stay the right side of the try line.
What a take from Radlinski. He got it all wrong to start with. Fullback was coming at him. And he realised that he should have jumped high to get there. He was on his way down, but he still came up with the football.
Wigan now doing their level best to get the ball up towards the halfway line, but they've only got two tackles rather, this set of 6, so they revert to the kick from Matthew Johns, and it's down the throat of Kona.
Can he get into top gear?
It's Vicona's 99th appearance for Bradford. He hopes number 100 will be at Old Trafford in the grand final.
Nowhere to go then. Done the cul-de-sac twice. Good kick and chase there from Wigan. Oh boy, this is a tough one.
Nothing to choose between these two fine sides. And there is certainly on the head-to-head. Look at the way that Wigan have dominated these meetings. And here in the city of Bradford, whether it be Odsal or here, it's pretty close. And there it is, Super League this year. 2 wins to Wigan, 1 to Bradford. Importantly though, the 1 to Bradford coming here on Easter Monday. Peacock.
Good defence there from Ferner. Cassidy just finishing him off on the top. No chance for Peacock to offload there.
Robbie Paul. Lowe's, that look forward again. Foreshaw's after it. And Connolly, one of the best defensive centres that we've got in the British game. With his body between football and the onrushing Bradford Bulls player.
Good play though by the Bulls. They're really applying the pressure. They're making sure that when they do get to the 5th and 6th, they're getting the ball away with a little kick, but it's a little grubber, applying the pressure.
Wigan trying to use some space and finding Renoff.
I think that's the first time that Renoff's touched the football. 11 minutes gone. Just some indication what a battle it is out there. That's a bad pass.
That's very slack from Harvey Howard. And James Lowe's has got it back.
Wonderful play by Lowe's there. They're taking the blind side.
Mike Forshaw, big collision. And it was a great flying tackle by Radlinski that halted Forshaw.
He's hurt his Forshaw.
But the ball's are 4 metres away. Robbie Paul! What a mistake from Harvey Howard. What a reaction from James Lowe's. And what a try from Robbie Paul. Not giving it. Touch judge and referee having a chat. I think he's happy, Russell Smith, he is. The try is given. And the Bradford Bulls captain, who's come up with his 19th try of the season, has maybe pushed Bradford just a little further towards Old Trafford.
Harvey Howard just threw that ball without even looking. But Lowe's put his body on the line. And from this position, through the dummy, oh, they were caught there. You'll see the hooker, Terry Newton. He was caught, he went to the left. But Robbie Paul was too fast.
Well, I know that Brian Noble had a dilemma before the match whether to play Paul Deacon from the start. But he said on Friday night that Robbie Paul playing so well at the moment, on top of his form, he simply had to leave his captain in the side. And I bet he is delighted that he did that now. He's been the skipper of the Bulls in 4 major final defeats. Brother Henry receiving some running repairs prior to this conversion attempt. Something in his eye, maybe. But Robbie Paul, he's of course led them to 1 win in the Challenge Cup final as a captain. And he hopes that he'll be there at Old Trafford in a fortnight's time to lift another piece of silverware. Not forgetting, of course, that Bradford won the Super League crown in 1997, prior to the grand finals. Henry has added 2 more points. Bradford 8, Wigan 0, and they're slowly building a lead.
There you see the second mark, and Newton, he just goes and fades to the left, but leaves the gap. He was called there, and he knows it. He should have moved up, filled that opening. They failed to do it. Robbie Paul in for the try, and the crowd is ecstatic here.
Well, they won't need me to remind them, though that's a high kick, that's going to go out on the full. Oh, Andy Farrell hasn't got the side set yet. This, we say it every time we're here, is a very short pitch compared to others in the Super League.
Not only that, because the stands on 3 sides are pretty high. When the wind comes in from behind the sticks, it makes it swirl. And that certainly didn't help matters. But he knows that his side is well and truly on the rack.
Well, it's a penalty on halfway, and guess what? Because of the shortness of this pitch, Henry Paul fancies a dig at goal. I was going to say the Bulls fans won't need me to remind them that Matthew Elliott's coaching career came to a halt against Wigan in in the playoffs last year. He's missed that though as Henry falls. He's looking round to the big screen.
That must have been pretty close.
And he wants to have another look at it, does Henry. The touch judges just waved it away instantly. Well, here Henry been obliged.
Over the top.
Just drifted.
You're convinced, Eddie?
Well, more importantly, the two touch judges are convinced. But they get the ball back, Bradford.
Henry wasn't. Pretty good dropout as well.
Vangenard, they're nearly at halfway. They're over halfway now with Forshaw. Oh, he dropped that.
It's a knock on his stick. Well, sometimes the officials say you've got to be in charge of it. I think Russell Smith has got it right.
Absolutely.
Forshaw did not control that football. Now that is an error. So Harvey Howard, silly pass. Gave the Bulls a possession. They went over for the try. Can Wigan emulate that? Haven't had much of the pill so far. The Wigan Warriors.
Mistake from Forshaw, the former Wigan man who played in his debut for Wigan in 1990 against Bradford at Central Park. Here he is facing his former club, and Farrell in possession for them. Grounded by Mackay. And here now is Terry O'Connor. Forshaw with the tackle. Helping out Brian McDermott. Here is Adrian Lamb attacking the line. A lovely chink inside. Good work by Gartner and Forshaw. Newton, Wigan with an opportunity here. Farrell hoists the kick. Chases it himself, palms it back, bounces off the knees. Bradford have got it back in the shape of Robbie Paul.
Not the best kick there by Andy Farrell, but he made sure that it went up and it knocked the ball back. That's good work from Liam Price. That's going to be a flop.
It is.
Well, they're just losing the way slightly at Wigan.
Harvey Howland is the culprit.
The pressure is beginning to tell, I feel.
Well, it does here in Bills.
In front of this magnificent crowd, I mean, the Bulls fans, they know how important it is for these players. It really lifts them.
40 metres away, Wigan. Bradford rather in possession with Forshaw. Lowe's the dummy half. Gartner back to Lowe's, on to Robbie Paul. Scampering run from him, he brings his brother into it. Henry Paul, and the former Wigan star, of course. Now Lowe's. Peacock to drive it in. By Becks.
So far we've seen Jimmy Lowe's just offload. We haven't seen him have a go on a solo run.
There he goes, Lowe's. Right on cue. Last tackle though for Bradford. Vangenard. Robbie Paul. Henry Paul. Ball back to Withers. Withers keeps it going to Robbie Paul. Here's Scott Naylor. A little down but into the goal area. And he had to let it go over the line. He had to knock it dead. And Brian Carney had to drop out under the sticks.
Beautifully weighted kick there. Excellent play. Had to go to it. Couldn't take the risk. This is where the goal's put it. If it had had his foot over while the ball was rolling, it would have been a 20-metre tap. But the ball was knocked away. Pressure for Stuart Rayford, and he knows it too. They really haven't had much composure on display.
Played on the drop out to Vangenard. Back they come. Bradford. With one of the awesome foursome, Joe Vangenard. And three of the Wigan defenders get to him.
Once again, we see the Bulls working that short line side. They work it sometimes to near perfection. Stretches a sliding defence into one area, then often it again.
Gartner, almost through. Desperate defence from Ferner and Lamb.
This is where the link should go.
It's with Robbie Paul. Henry Paul standing wide. And Robbie straight into the formidable chest of O'Connor. And also there, David Ferner. Lowe's finds Forshaw.
Great tackle from Ferner there. Chopped his legs away.
Lowe's again. Gets it to the goal area once more.
Oh, that was close. That will be very close indeed.
I think he has just pitched it.
Well, did relate to him. He was trying to shut the ball down. kick here from Lowe's through the dummy. Knows he's onside, well weighted.
John Holdsworth is the video referee, by the way.
Does he get the fingertip to it? Radlinski, yeah, is there first. Will that be construed?
You can't pull this down with pressure.
Well, if he gets his hand to it, that's all he needs to do. But I think that Radlinski was trying to flip the ball, but he does get there first. Now, it's up to the video referee to say, was that intentional? Radlinski gets there first, no doubt about it, so I reckon this will be no try. Even though I think the fullback does not attempt to ground the ball, he's trying to spin it away.
I think it's got to be a try, Steve.
Well,
it's got to be a try.
What's the interpretation? If he's got his fingertip to it first, in effect, he's planted it down, but dead in goal.
But the intention is to knock the ball dead, not to plant it down.
Well, sometimes he can be given a mistake. His fingertips are there. That, to me, is touched it dead. It'll be no try.
Well, it's a big call for John Holdsworth, today's video referee. I can tell you something, Wigan have given the ball to Henry Paul. They believe that a conversion's on the way.
This'll be no try. I'll put my house on it.
Well, let's see. You're right. Oh, I'm crying nobody's with me. Well, I share the sympathy, I must say. The intention was to flick that ball dead, not to ground it behind his own line.
Well, if it had been the other way around and he was in the position to be scoring the try, it would have been given as a try. So therefore, it falls into the same category. No doubt in the mind that it was Radlinski got to it first. But whether the intention was to ground the ball, no.
Well, intention and it's contention. But that's certainly sparked Wigan up. And I'll tell you something, I think it's sparked the Bradford Bulls coach up as well.
Well, I hope there's no dogs anywhere near Brian Noble. If you see something flying over the top of your house, I can assure you it could be a corgi.
That's a chip over the top from Lamb. Ball is flipped back and Carter's tied it up for Bradford. Well, I reckon that's probably the biggest call of the year by a video referee by a mile.
It could very well be, yes. Depending on how this game pans out.
Well, I'll tell you something, if it's 2 points, Wigan victory, you'll hear more about that tomorrow. You'll hear more about it tonight.
Well, you'll give me plenty of heartache, that is for sure, as well as earache.
Well, you're not the video referee.
Well, at least I've convinced you.
Naylor plays it to Peacock, and here now is Henry Paul. 21 and a half minutes gone. 8-0 to the Bradford Bulls. Maybe it should be 12-0, but a kick to come from bang in front. But, oh, he struck it there against it, and he was offside. Carney was offside, he was in front of the fullback.
I can't believe that. Radlinski takes the ball under no pressure and then just flicks it. It's got to be offside.
He dropped it. But the referee wants everything to be sorted. We want to work with Brian Carney for kicking it away. They're taking the 2 on offer.
Why not? Radlinski that came up with a mistake. It was, he just lost it. Just completely lost the football.
It's a good job that Carney was ahead of
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen Radlinski come up with a mistake. Anything similar to that.
After this, he actually waved all his players towards him. It was like he was King Canute trying to stop the waves there, Radlinski.
Well, he failed miserably.
Well, he could not drop on it, could he?
Did he drown eventually? Yeah, and as you say, it's a good idea. I mean, it's a good job, really, that Carney did get to it.
Well, 2's better than 6.
Yeah, it would have been there. Withers would have just got it. Simple.
Henry Paul takes the 2. Well, a little crisis for Stuart Raper. His team hasn't been in this yet. It's 10-0. They're in double figures, Bradford. And as I say, I can hardly remember Wigan actually threatening that Bradford line with any venom.
well have been.
That's a great tackle from Farrell on Brian McDermott.
Well, it's the time now that the Wigan... Oh, what a gift!
Reynolds! Oh, it is a gift! He read the script perfectly there. The pass inside was telegraphed. Reynolds, poacher supreme. That's the Wigan a lifeline. The rain comes tumbling down at Bradford, but suddenly Wigan are in the hunt.
But why on earth did they have to do this? It wasn't the best pass to start with, and then Paul just flicks it out. It was Christmas time. Robbie Paul has just given Wigan the green light. And aren't they ecstatic? Easter, Christmas, the bunnies, the reindeers are all there. It's a gifter.
And it's improved by Farrell. 10-6. Could have been 14-0. A huge swing in this match in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, I'm sure that Brian Noble will be asking the same question as I have just done a few moments ago. Why on earth did they want to force the pass deep within their own quarter when they are controlling the game? But didn't he read it well, Steve Brennan? And charging through and just plucked it out of the air.
David Hodgson is on for Wigan. Well, 25.5 minutes gone. A match of great intensity, wonderful interest. Let's see what Phil's making of it all on the side.
Well, I think that Andy Farrell tackle just to stop the Bradford momentum, and then the Stephen Huff try obviously got them back into the game. But clearly they're second best in the forward department, and in terms of taking it up and in the middle, they have struggled. Well, Betts making a bit of yards and a bit of a break, spinning through the tackle, getting them up to halfway line. Try obviously giving them a boost on the 5th tackle, and now the kick to come. One of the interesting aspects too from Bradford, the number of attacking kicks they put in today. Wigan have conceded a 5th of all of their tries from kicks, and Bradford has certainly worked on that aspect. 1 or 2 as the controversial one under the post is a clear demonstration of that. The ball scored first, they got into a roll, and now the interesting element: can Wigan hold the forwards when Fielden and Anderson come on, and we see 2 of the new awesome foursome?
So they're making, we're ready to make a switch. It's a critical point in this game, you feel. But what a challenge by Harvey Howard. Jamie Peacock felt that. And there is Henry Ball, the kick out wide. It's a tester for Hodgson. It's been dropped and palmed back. Lowers the scoop on it. There's the knock on. And it'll be the turnover.
Well, a little bit strappy there now from Bradford. Intercept has really rocked them mentally. They looked to be just sailing along, nice and steady. They were in full control of the game. It was Wigan that was really struggling. So easy it can change. A little bit of luck.
Well, it's even better than 60-40 for Bradford. But Wigan are back in the hunt here, and they have the wind in their sails. And here they come with Johns. Great little slip from Johns, but Gartman and Peacock weren't fooled. Last tackle here, round. Lambertown in the defence, coming into the in-goal area. And that's shuttled over the dead ball line by Michael Withers because Carney was hunting.
He looks anxious, as Stuart Raven, and rightly so, but he'll feel a lot better, especially with the fact that they've come up with a shot try. But now it's Bradford's turn to be on that rack. That was a neat little kick through there from Lamb. You can see they're in all sorts of trouble there. Full-back and the winger with us by Kona.
Well, Stuart Raven took Castleford to the playoffs over the last 2 years from 5th place. In 1999, they were 80 minutes away from Old Trafford. And here he is with the chance again, but this time with Wigan. And that was high from Naylor.
Well, there's been plenty going before it. The pendulum is swinging towards Wigan now in their favour. I'm not so sure that went into the mush. To me, as though it was just a simple grind onto the shoulder.
Into the neck, certainly.
more or less eased off now, but it's run for about 10 minutes, made a little bit difficult.
Henry Paul away. Naylor through Radlinski. Look at his living. Ran off a fabulous tackle. Quick play the ball, bringing the stretch. Bacona keeping it alive. They attack the left-hand side. Robbie Paul. Oh no, Radlinski tackled the referee. Radlinski hit the referee in the back. And Robbie Paul went through the gap and gets his second try. Chris Radlinski tackled the man in blue. And Robbie Paul gets the try. A captain's knock from Robbie in second.
And what a try it was. This is a mistake. Radlinski comes up with his second for the night. And it was great work from Henry Paul with us. Wonderful support, not the best attempt from Radlinski. It was Reynolds that came to the rescue, but they were always going to be stretched. What a pass from Vicona. Going to the ground, open run, try number 2 for Robbie. Russell Smith hits the deck. But what a pass from Vicona. Absolutely superb. And it gave the opportunity for Robbie to go in for the second for the evening. This is a conversion.
No problem for bang in front for Henry Paul. 16-6. And it's the Paul Boys show. Every point from Henry and Robbie so far. And aren't they delighted? They think they're on their way to Manchester Saturday week.
Well, a big disappointment there from the Wigan fans and the Wigan players is, of course, that when Radlinski did drop that football, they stopped. Peacock picked it up, made valuable ground forward, and then they just launched into their attack. They were caught.
Incredible tackle, though, by Radlinski on Russell Smith.
Wasn't too good on Withers, though, was it?
Missed him completely. Forshaw gets it to the 40-metre mark. Plays the ball to Lowe's. Here comes Fielden to halfway. They roll forward like a juggernaut. Mackay.
That's the reason, because the big fellas in the centres. Again going down that short blind side, they're getting the link into effect. Beautiful kick through.
Nicely weighted, well picked up by Chris Radlinski. Well, I must say, Radlinski's team were having his shakiest match I've seen him for a long, long time.
My word, well, just dropping the football early in the game wouldn't have helped his confidence. Well, the balls were wobbling slightly for about 10 minutes, especially when the fact that Reynolds went in for the intercept. But again, the ascendancy again, getting full charge at 16-6.
Adrian Lamb, forward.
He held on to it a fraction too late. Andy Farrell's not too impressed, and neither is Adrian Lamb. Just a fraction too long there. Wigan skipper just half a metre in front. And the big question now that Wigan have to get their defence pretty solid, mainly due to the fact that they know if Bradford get another try before half-time, it is going to be a very, very big mountain to climb for the Warriors in the second half.
Wigan with a problem injury-wise. Gary Connolly, news from Bill.
It is a problem, as you mentioned earlier. He's in great defensive form, and they could do with him just now. The pressure's on, but Connolly is in the Wigan dressing room having stitches and a nasty cut to his mouth. Caught a stray boot, I think. They've also got Mick Cassidy on the sidelines. He too has got a blood injury.
And we believe we might have spotted an injury to Steve Reynolds.
Looks like the shoulder. He went into the previous tackle, came out wincing. Oh, that's a big mistake. Okay.
Mackay's going to get over, but it's no try. The thing about Gary Connolly, Steve, is he missed last year's grand final because of injury. I'm not saying they're there yet, but if they get to Old Trafford, he won't want to miss it this year.
Well, there's a mistake there, you can see. Peacock really throwing under the football.
Wigan then, they have 5 3/4 minutes. They're 10 points adrift at the moment.
Fielding's great defence.
Fielding on Johnson. And also there, Gardner.
Not only that,
Offside.
a little bit too quick. Wigan want to get on with this. They know they've got to strike back quickly.
Great kick from Farrell, deep kick, searching kick from the penalty. 20 metres away. Stuart Wright was on his way downstairs. We'll have a look at this as O'Connor piles in.
Boy, did he come onto the football then. Now then, is it going to be a set move?
Adrian Lamb, Neil Cowie. Knocks one out of the way. Can't get away from Anderson or Rose. Newton.
Watch for Betts.
Lamb. Farrell! Just held up by Phelan. Important tackle. Back to tackles in the back here for Wigan though. Betts is trying. And he's hauled back. There's a dodgy period of the match for opposition playing Wigan this. The last 5 before half-time. Lamb, Radlitsky. They've done it again. They've done it again, Wigan. Radlitsky, who has come up with a couple of crucial errors this half, has now come up with a highly significant try. They're delighted. Radlitsky's 29th in the season. Boy, that's important. And he knows it too. He made his way down from the top to bottom to watch this.
Oh, really good play there by the fullback. Came on at speed. Half the Bradford side, they looked offside to me. They should have been behind the line. It makes no difference. The fullbacks put them back into this game. But it all came about by that silly penalty that Bradford gave away. Being offside, they were controlling things way down into the Wigan quarter. And it was a tremendous kick from their skipper, Andy Farrell, that put him in that position.
Yes, it's a raking kick down the touchline, wasn't it? And Farrell now with the opportunity to close the gap. Well, he began this match, Farrell, needing 16 points to equal Frano Pottiger's point-scoring record for the year. It's his best ever scoring year, this. He's scored in 47 consecutive matches now, the Wigan captain. But he's missed with that. 16-10, converted try in it. Stuart Draper having the conference on the side.
Well, this is a problem that Russell Smith has. No one's standing square. 4 that play the ball. They're all offside. Russell Smith decides to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they've come up with a sixer. A 4, should I say, he missed.
Well, Chris Radlitsky, who came up with a hat-trick against the Bulls at the JJB Stadium in June, he has just struck what could be a very significant blow for the Warriors here.
Well, they haven't been in the game, Wigan. Seriously.
And they're only 6 points adrift.
I know. And will the Demons start getting into the heads of these Bradford players yet again?
Well, if it was at Old Trafford or at Twickenham or Wembley, you might say yes. But here at Valley Parade, surely not.
You may say.
Lamb, what a great run from Lamb. Wrestled to the ground in a very important tackle by Naylor, who concedes another penalty. I think they're going to go for 2 here. Checking the time. All over him, Naylor. He wouldn't allow Lamb to get to his feet. Penalty given. Scott Naylor, who began his career at Wigan, just 2 appearances in 1991. He's just conceded Wigan their 5th penalty in the match. And Farrell immediately said, having looked at the big screen and noticed the clock's ticking down, immediately said, let's go for 2.
He knows that they should have had this game well and truly in the bag.
There's a new boy, by the way, behind him, Leslie Vinacolo. He will be playing Super League next year, and he is a man mounted.
That's the reason why they call him Volcano.
Can you imagine what he'd be like here?
Molten lava. Oh.
Well, this is a crucial kick really for Farrell. And the length of time he's taking to set his sights, he knows it too. Missed it. Missed it by a mile.
Hasn't got it dead either.
No, and Leon Price will run this ball back for the Bulls. Betts got to him now. Enthusiasm from Dennis Betts there, 32 years of age. Won just about everything in the game, Dennis Betts, apart from a grand final winner's ring. Didn't make it in 98.
You'd have to say, Eddie, that Stuart Draper would be more than happy with the scoreline because he knows that they've been outplayed in the first 40 minutes. And they have got away with it. And he knows that. He'll be telling his charges that Bradford now, their coach Brian Noble, he has to come up with something pretty positive.
Long kick is too deep. It's relatively new territory this for the Bradford Bulls. They've normally, by this stage of the match, blown the opposition out of the water. Only twice this year have they been trailing at half-time. They're not trailing now, of course. They're ahead by 6 points. But Wigan are still in this. And Bradford know it too. It's been the Robbie and Henry show for Bradford in terms of the point scoring. For Wigan, they were gifted a try for Steve Renoff. Radlinski scored one 4 minutes from half-time, and Andy Farrell, strangely, has only managed 1 goal so far tonight. That's why we have this scoreline at half-time of 16 points to 10, and this match is far from over. Super League playoffs are progressing, and one of these two will be off to Old Trafford at the end of tonight. Bradford are nearly there, 16-10, but 40 minutes between the Bulls and the Warriors, and the keys to the Theatre of Dreams. Wigan have brought about 4,000 or 5,000 over here with them, and the Bulls, well, they're here in numbers as you would expect. And so is the rain. It's a typical playoff night for the Tetley Super League. And it will be very interesting this second half because the Warriors playing with the wind at their backs. Gary Connolly has returned at the start of this second half. Stitches in the mouth. And you get the feeling that Matthew Johns, Adrian Lamb, Andy Farrell, Steve-O might just kick that ball to death.
Well, I'll be very surprised if Stuart Draper has not given that direction. And it's going to be a greasy ball out there as well. And as I mentioned at the half-time break, the mere fact that Bradford had twice the amount of possession in the first 40 minutes and yet could only be going in at half-time with a 6-point lead. Will it play on their minds, I wonder?
Well, they have won every match at this stadium this year, the Bradford Bulls. Coincidentally, the last team to beat Bradford, 16-10 on August the 31st, on a certain side from Wigan. That though at the JJB Stadium. Johnson for Wigan. He's back on the wing now. Hodgson has been replaced by Gary Connolly, who's back out of the flood bin. Radlinski's the dummy half. Brian Carney has moved in on the wing looking for work. Over the first tackle from Lowe's. Couldn't get away from Robbie Ball or Peacock. Here's Neil Cowie. Big drive into the chest of Gardner then. Offloads brilliantly to Newton. While it goes to the captain Farrell.
Interesting to see that they're using Andy Farrell way out. Third man off the ruck there. A bit changing tactics by Stuart Draper.
Turner to his feet. Newton the dummy half. Away they come again, Wigan. There's Farrell. Good ball to Radlinski on his inside. A very important down tap there by Henry Paul. Terry Newton again from dummy half. They're hanging off him. Oh, and he's thrown the ball out to play. I don't think Newton expected so much time.
Well, it's a beautiful layoff, wasn't it there? And what a wonderful ankle tap by Henry Paul. It had to be as well. The fullback was well and truly on his way. But look at the space that Newton was allowed to control the ball. Okay, it wasn't the best pass, but that's the danger. I'm sure Brian Noble will get the message down to him very quickly. Get it, come on. Smarten up in the defence.
Well, it was on the last tackle that Wigan, they ran the power play, so that's why there was a turnover, and it's why Bradford here are in possession. 3 tackles, this set of 6 gone. The half-time news is coming in, Bill.
Both coaches preaching a very cautious philosophy for this second half. They know this game is really in the balance, and Brian Noble, the Bradford Bulls coach, well, he's suppressing his anger over that video ref decision in the first half, and as his side win a penalty, he's really looking for the Bulls to maintain their composure, to keep doing what they've been doing throughout this game, complete their sets of 6, and the result will look after itself. Stuart Draper, the Wigan Warriors coach, satisfied with the position his side finds themselves in, not the position that a lot of sides have been in this season here at the Valley Parade, within sight of the Bradford Bulls, and he wants his side to hang in there, maintain the defence around the rucks where Bradford have been threatening, and look to finish off this game stronger than the opposition. That's where Wigan think they might have an edge.
Thanks, Bill. The penalty given to Bradford, and immediately Russell Smith blew his whistle. Henry Paul pointed to the sticks because he's in centre field. He's 40 metres out, and he fancies his chances despite the fact that there's swirling wind in his face. He's drilled it over the top of the bar, though. No problem. Such a relaxed, easy swing, Henry Paul. If only we could play John, Steve, I like Henry Paul kicks his goals.
If only. Wish. And Ryan Noble. We're realising how important those 2 extra points could be right at the end of this game. And the rain, yet again, it's relentless, and it's going to make life difficult for both sides.
Interestingly, the 2 kickoffs this half from Andy Farrell, he's drilled them all along the field. Greasy it is, wet it most certainly is.
Well, as you say, the likes of Adrian Lamb and Matthew Johns and, of course, Lowe's and the 2 Paul brothers, they'll also be utilising that rubber kick, keep it low, get it as much moisture on that ball as possible.
In the meantime, it's up to the big men to make valuable metres forward, and Anderson has done that to halfway. And that's got to be a penalty. The referee shouted at Newton and carried to... Oh, and what's more, they've gifted them another 2 here. I'm sure that Henry Paul will go for goal again.
Of course he will.
Back chatting the referee, 10 metres march forward, had 2 points, Bradford. Here's a gift.
Well, there's little doubt that they were both, well, showing off their new haircuts. And then they went head to head. He wouldn't release him. And then he had the audacity to have a go at Newton and the referee.
So, 2 points if he's got his side set again, which he has.
That's a bitter blow to the Wigan Warriors.
They'll keep popping them over all night, Steve.
But it's gone to a 10-point margin, and he knows that they wanted to score first.
So does he.
Well, we mentioned the word composure, and I'm afraid Terry Newton just lost the marbles there. He won't mess around. She's pretty pumped up for this one.
Another low kick from Andy Farrell. Bradford Bulls will, of course, emulate Wigan in reaching...
Oh, there's a mistake.
That's a knock-on. Oh, dear. On Stu Bailey.
Oh, we knew it was going to come. The kick-off from Farrell was Ferner juggling the ball away. I think that Bradford a little bit unlucky there. It appeared to me as though Ferner deliberately went for the ball 2-on-1.
Firing out to the back of the scrum. Bradford now to defend. He's gone without it. It's going to be that sort of second half, but
He went back.
Wigan go back. They have. Cowie.
And is he back to 6?
Dennis Betts driving it in. Dennis Betts falls. 3 metres short of the line. Oh, knock-on is given. Was it that knock-on or was it a knock-on on this side? No, it was a knock-on by Dennis Betts. I wonder whether the referee got a call from the sideline about the original incident. Betts looked perplexed. Did he knock on? This will tell us.
Well, it was dragged out, went backwards, that's all right. There's no knock-on there as far as I'm concerned. That's okay. Play on.
Well, what happened here?
This is the incident. I lost it, yeah. No arms interfering.
Henry Paul's on his way up the middle.
Wonderful run. That relieves a lot of pressure.
Leon Price, Dennis Betts with the tackle on him. And Bradford looking to up the tempo here at the play the ball, no question of that. Peacock stopped it now. Wigan have got it back again.
Well, it's going to be an awkward night for both Fielding and Peacock. They run so high, they carry the ball in front of their chest, and when they get to the impact, it's easy to lose possession there. It's very slippery indeed. Ball retention will play its part in this game.
Here's David Ferner. Daniel Gardner, the second man in after he bounced off the original challenge from Forshaw. Quickly off the deck to Connolly. It was by Newton, and Connolly's on his way. And he looks for support, but he's absolutely surrounded by white jerseys. Last tackle here for Wigan. Newton, inside it goes to Adrian Lamb. Good ball on his inside to Radlinski, back to Lamb. And Lamb will hoist the kick. Lycona jumped from the field of play and brings it back. And play on.
That was poor play there by Steve Renouf.
He's away by Kona. Great tackle by Adrian Lamb.
Did well to keep in, but Steve Renouf was looking at the referee rather than going for the big fella. He thought he was going to get the referee's whistle. None forthcoming.
The guy's dropped it. Oh, he's knocked out by Betts. Knocked out, doesn't he?
Betts the first knock on.
It's going to be head and feet to the balls at this scrum then.
Watch this, look, Renouf. Will give us it, and then he completely just hung around hoping that the referee was going to do it. Lycona said, hey, I played to it. Definitely jump from the field of play. You don't hang around, wait for the referee to blow the whistle, you get on with your job.
So many grand finals with Brisbane, and Gary Connolly goes off the field again for Wigan. So here come the Bradford Bulls once more. Henry Paul bringing the time to it, gets it, and it's gone to Jones, who's given it to Hodgson, just on again for Connolly. Leon Price with an important tackle.
He's lost it, there'll be a penalty messing around. But again we see Bradford applying the pressure and then trying to keep the ball alive in wet conditions. Hey boys, it ain't dry out there anymore. Up the jumper time.
O'Connor's drive is halted by Gardner and by Forshaw. An opportunity here though for Wigan now. Newton to Farrell. Taking them on himself. Good tackle low down by Robbie Paul. Finished off by Stuart Fielden. Connolly's in the dressing room. More repairs needed on the mount. Newton! Oh, just short knock off.
I think he lost it as well. Well, Cowie is not going to impress a referee by shouting at him. And he's going to give a penalty.
And he's absolutely right, the referee. And Cowie has said something out of turn.
It's short. And therefore, it's a knock-on.
And he's brilliantly positioned, Russell Smith. And as he's just said in the background, I'm not here to argue with you, it's a penalty.
It's short, didn't get the whitewash, and then Cowie took matters into his own hands. Stuart Raper gets the message down saying, fellas, keep the mouths shut.
Well, they've given away penalties in their own half, which has resulted in 4 points for Bradford in this second 40 minutes. And now that's relieved all the pressure again.
Precisely. Lack of composure.
Not very Wigan-esque, is it?
At a time when they needed it. I mean, surely, Brian Noble, it's tense out there, but surely Brian Noble has got to get the message out, say, hey, come on, fellas, we don't want anything fancy. We've got 10 points in front. We've got them in the pack. Just play safety first.
That was high, and there's another penalty, and the opportunity of 2 more. Terry O'Connor was a little bit careless. Or was it Newton?
It was Newton.
Oh, yes, it was. Okay, that's probably the most innocuous we've seen.
There's been plenty.
Listen, the top 2 lads to settle down a little bit.
Well, this is not what you expect from a captain, seriously. And he is living his Stuart Raper because he knows that there are certain players out there with so much experience and they are letting the side down. You can see how angry Andy Farrell was.
And he'll just keep doing that all night. Another 2 points. 3 goals from Henry Paul this second half. That's as good as a converted try.
Well, the intercept by Steve Renouf in that first half. This fella has pegged those back. That was a mistake, but Wigan are becoming their own worst enemies.
Remember, they've done it here before. Remember when we were here for the Saints match? They just chipped St Helens away with penalty after penalty. And that's what they're doing now to Wigan. I'm going to get this point in tonight if it kills me. Bradford are doing their best to emulate Wigan. And their achievement in 98, if they win this, they'll be in the grand final. Wigan were in 1998. Wigan also lost a Challenge Cup final that Bradford have lost a Challenge Cup final. Wigan went on to win at Old Trafford. Are you in favour of omens and superstition?
Are you happy now?
I'm
That's all I
delighted
want.
now.
You're delighted.
Delighted
Okay?
we got that in.
Right, throw that piece of paper away. Get on with the game.
There's the goal, there's the grand final,
mistake.
there's the possession back for Wigan. 13th of October, Saturday. Information as we build now. 0113 244 114. Super League Europe in the morning. And also any information you might require on our website, www.skysports.com. It's getting ever closer. The biggest night of the year, and these players know it too.
Well, that was Bradford's turn to be silly. You can see Henry there. His hand on the football far too long. And he's in trouble. Well, I don't think he's hurt it trying to hold the ball down, but that doesn't look too good. Try to work it off, and it's for sure the physio's on his way out now just to make sure that there's nothing really bad.
Well, this rain is shooting down again, and it's at the wind that there is at the back of Andrew Farrell. And he's going to try and do a Henry Paul here, but he hasn't been terribly convincing tonight, Andy. Just one success from 3 to date, and it's 2 successes from 4.
That's a big gamble.
22-12.
Really was a big gamble. Not so sure Brian Noble will be unhappy about that, because mainly due to the fact I thought that Stuart Raper would have got the message down and say, look, let's play the power play, kick it into the corner, and keep this momentum going. Henry Paul won't be in any rush, I can assure you, to get this game back underway.
2 of the best kickers in the business we're seeing though here tonight. That's a great take, but a wonderful chase. And then pushing him back, Matthew Johns, Forshaw and Rigon. Just on for Gardner. Hodgson. On for the wounded Gary Connolly. Wigan on the roll now. They could play the ball from then. Oh, that was trodden by Paul. They've got the ball away. Maginsky. Thunderous challenge. Newton. Down the short side, they're offside, Bradford.
Now Farrell put it into the corner.
Yeah, pressure's building, the pot's boiling for Wigan. Amazing, that penalty from Andy Farrell has lifted Wigan now. Plenty of whistle from the referee in this match. 11-8. Cowie.
Oh, they held off. They're not moving forward. There was a welcoming committee there, but they didn't move forward, they hung back.
Penalty to Bradford, he didn't play the ball properly.
Oh, what a time to come up with that. He just threw it. Just threw it back. If you're going to do that right under the eyes of the referee,
And the referee wants
He's got to watch it.
He wants to with both captains here. What's he going to say, I wonder?
We know it's a lot mistake. You just said only 10 minutes where we're getting it out. Yeah. Let's just have a word. Let's just keep it console. Let's have a word.
Don't bin anyone, mate. The game's just quick, isn't it? It's a fast game.
Don't bin anyone, says Robbie Paul. Well, a little silly 10 minutes, according to Russell Smith. Let's settle them down. It's so fast, Steve, isn't it? It really is.
certainly is, but in big games like this, Eddie, it's a side that keeps their composure, takes the opportunity, and as we've already mentioned, that those penalty kicks that Henry Paul has slotted over, they might just stretch him a little bit too far for Wigan to get back into this match.
Forshaw.
Because it's not going to be pretty from here on in. The conditions will make sure of that.
I don't think James Lowes was too impressed with Hardy Howard's challenge then. Robbie Paul, Henry Paul. Turner and Cowie with that tackle. Lowes. Withers. Fabulous season Michael Withers has had. Last one. Henry Paul. Little kick for Robbie to chase. Well collected by Matthew Johns.
Beautiful play there. Stand off, running well. Neat little chip across as well.
He's not a noted try scorer, Matthew Johns, is he? But boy is important to this Wigan side. Just like his brother is to Newcastle Knights.
Danger is looming.
And he's on his way home, isn't he, at the end of this year, Matthew?
Sure is, sadly.
He's got a maximum of this and 2 more, but he hopes it will be this and then the grand final before he bids us farewell.
What a tackle, but what an offload there from Ferner.
To Cassidy.
Oh, the big hit from Paul Anderson, and then Ferner just split the ball away with ease.
It's the last one, that's why Farrell's put the kick in. And this ball will have to be run back by Michael Withers. The chase from Wigan to Cassidy and Reynolds.
Kept his head there, did Withers. Got the ball, made sure that he just handled it forward.
Naylor.
Oh, that's what happens.
And Wigan have got it back with Farrell. They're loading down the right-hand side. Razinski's gone the other way, taking on Leon Price. And with Joe Vangenaar going down. Newton to Matty Johns. Wide to Adrian Lamb. Paul Johnson was hunting the pass that never came. So he scampers into dummy half and gives it then to Neil Cowie. Good run from Cowie, dumped at 10 metres short of the line. 4 tackles remaining, this set of 6. Newton to Johns. Strange out Johns. Ooh, that was high from here. Then across the chest.
He grabbed the shirt.
They're inching closer though, Wigan. Newton, Farrell, good ball. Ferner, and he's held up. Is he in the field of play? He is. Just the right side of the try line. Newton's there. Newton goes himself.
Can he get it down? He's over.
The referee hands it on to the video referee. Wigan's players are celebrating. And I think if there's no obstruction, he is going to be given this.
Not so sure he's got to get it down first, and does he? Well, they're spinning him around. Well, he was denied only by inches just after the restart. Can't see it from that angle.
Well, they're all celebrating, look. And they're looking at Farrell's run to see whether he's obstructed the defenders. There's one this morning in the Hockey Grand Final given for this.
Yeah.
Now then, does he get it down? No.
No, he's lost it. Now then, does he get control before it hits the ground? Oh, this is...
It's no try.
Well, he's lost it there. And does his wrist constitute scoring the try?
Well,
I think he's lost it.
Well, after that decision in the first half,
I know,
think it's possible.
I've lost the confidence. I'm going to go for no try.
You've got it right, and I think this time so is the video referee. What's a let-off for Wigan? And what a good call from Russell Smith to hand it on. I said, what a let-off for Wigan, what a let-off for Bradford.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it? Terry Newton, on 2 occasions in this second half, has gone ever so close. Denied by the referee on the first occasion. This time it was the video referee that got it right.
Here's Forshaw. We're at the hour mark, midway through this second half then. And they're on halfway, Bradford with Wigan.
That's a good effort. He knows what's needed.
Lows. Vangenaar.
Close to a forward.
Terry Newton jumped. Ball flicks out. Henry Paul has got it. Nick Cassidy was after him. He gives it to brother Henry. And Wigan won't let him through. Withers. Lows. Fielden.
It's on the last.
And it's the turnover. Courtesy of a slap pass. Newton bravely down.
Well, they were in a good position there. The Bulls, they really should have taken full advantage, made sure that they kicked the grubber along the wet ground, right into the in-goal area. You've got to start controlling that. Anyone who saw the grand final this morning, Matthew James' brother Andrew just controlled the game throughout. It's some masterly kicking.
It's time for your views on those numbers for the man of the match. Win yourselves 2 tickets to the first test between Great Britain and Australia. All that, of course, coming up after the playoff series and the grand final at Old Trafford a week on Saturday night. Last tackle here for Wigan, and a high kick to nobody from Newton. And it bounces over the dead ball line by Connor, anxious to get on with it quickly. And away they go, but they're not Wigan on set.
was motoring, wasn't he?
You'll know why when you look at the video, you'll know why.
Wigan were trundling back. There were players ahead of the football. So we'll start again.
I say this has been such a rough house out there that it's a good job that we have the likes of Russell Smith in charge. It's been a difficult game to referee. And he's calling to all the players. He's trying to... what a great...
Great break from Fielden, but a great tackle from Radlinski. Nose weight to Dunny Har. Here now is Forshaw. A full pass to Henry Paul. Oh, they've got in the right mess. Here
They
Fielden got a mess.
went back, now it will play on.
It is, and it's with Paul Deacon. Robbie Paul's gone off. Henry's still there. It was his pass to Peacock. Peacock inside. And that was Cassidy.
Oh, it's a good job that Rylinski was there. Cassidy was going towards a whitewash. And because Rylinski was already down in that corner, it prevented him from going over into the touch. Peacock knew there was nowhere to go. Threw it away, and Cassidy, fortunate there.
Robbie Paul taken off. A kick downfield for Hodgson. Leon Price is pretty quick. Price gets to it. Oh, and does well to get away from Hodgson. And he get away from Lamb. That's a great ball to Withers. Oh, he went too high there, Hodgson. But he's still got him down.
Good chase from the youngster though. And you get the feeling now with that kick and chase situation that Wigan know that time is running out. They've got to come up with something different.
Rigon.
And the option of utilising the kick in these conditions is good.
Fielder. Oh, he's fumbled with it again. Has to take the tackle. The 4. This is the 6.
Going to be looking for the 1-pointer here, Eddie.
No, they're coming this way. Mackay. He lifted over Matthew Jones. It's still not done. Yes, it is.
Penalised. Tackle was complete. You've got to use your brains. But this game has been so rapid, so tense, so rough and tough.
Oh, I think he's got a case. I don't think he just tackled.
That's a knock-on.
Oh, and he knew as soon as he saw it on the screen, didn't he? He knew that it was going to be no try.
I think he knew in his head before looked at the screen, Eddie. You're out there and you know you've lost possession.
They've got me. That's what he said to himself.
That's the reason why it's there.
Dennis Betts now here. Farrell. Turner's lost it. Fielding gratefully drops on his ball. Bradford re-marshalled by Kona from Dunny Har. Such a tough man to put down in full flow. And the Bulls are on their feet, their supporters. They sense that Bradford are after the kill.
Well, they've got the forward power to just drive it forward. No finesse. That's what's needed. Control, and Blyconen has done just that.
Here's little Paul Deacon. Gives it to Mike Forshaw. Good movement. It's with Rigon. Oh!
He should have passed.
He should have done. He tried to fool Radlinski. And Radlinski's one of the best in the business. Lowe's attacking them from Dunny Har. Was that a key moment in this game?
Well, Withers would have just strolled straight underneath at one pointer.
Missed it.
That could have wrapped it all up.
Well, Rigon took the wrong
Why
option.
on earth didn't Rigon pass? Dearly me, Withers is absolutely furious.
Well, it was Glory beckoning for Rigon. Great offload there in the tackle. Betts carries it on to Wigan. What a game. What a playoff series we've had this year. Absolutely magnificent. That's off the legs of Lamb. Off the deck then into the arms of Farrell. Here come Wigan. They've got numbers. Farrell brushes away from Deacon. It's wide to Hodgson. Hodgson to the corner. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What about his legs? They were slipping over.
He's not doing it.
I knew he'd go for it. The legs were sliding in the He did the right thing. Does it? Does it?
No, I think
It's
that's
there.
right.
Just, and that's the reason why we have the video, Ram. And the video play, it would be very difficult indeed under normal circumstances to not give or give this try. This is GRY for sure. And we're back in with a big, big game.
David Hodgson. I wonder if he was watching Sky Sports coverage of the Aussie Grand Final this morning, because Brett Hodgson from Parramatta did exactly that. Slid in on the conditions.
But what a break from Andy Farrell. It wasn't the best pass from Cassidy. And they stood around. You can see there that Stuart Fielder went far too high. Deacon took a dummy. Oh, good work from the youngster. But Captain Marvel has got them back in with a wonderful chance. He slides into the corner. Hold on to your seats. This is going to be a rough ride.
Well, David Hodgson, his try, created by the pass from Farrell, who now must conjure up the conversion. He's kicked it! He's suddenly found form with the boots. 22 points to 18. 4 in it. Wow!
What an amazing game. And to think that only 30 seconds before that, when Regan made the break, Withers on the outside, he failed to offload. And before you can blink, Wigan are back in this match.
Well, the prize is enormous, and there are 12 minutes remaining. Whoever wins this gets next weekend off, while the losers battle, and I mean battle, with the champions to meet them, to meet the winners of this at Old Trafford. A huge prize. 4 points in it again. There's been a sliver between every team in the Premiership this year. Wigan Bradford against Saints next Saturday, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 3. Who's it going to be? Who's got the key of the door to the theatre of dreams?
It has been just magnificent, hasn't it? Every single playoff game has gone down to the wire. No runaway victories for any side. They have had to battle right to the end.
They have had to battle to the end. Werner with the chip over looking for Connolly. Price tidies up. We're looking at these playoffs. There's only been 8 points maximum between the opposition this year so far. Phil, it's going to go to the wire, this.
Certainly is. If Wigan do make it through to the grand final tonight, we've got one man to thank, Andy Farrell. We've spoken about how important Paul Sculthorpe is to St Helens, but Andy Farrell's been awesome tonight for Wigan, and he's really kept them together when times are going tough. Have Wigan got the energy just to hang on now to this final onslaught, which surely the Bulls will throw at them? It's important that the Bulls don't try to defend this lead. We've got to continue to play the same way, otherwise it's one of the most dangerous tricks in the game to sit back and just allow the clock to run down.
The big question, Eddie, is will they go for it? He lost it, he was not going.
Oh, they're giving a penalty. I can't believe that decision.
Well,
Farrell can't either.
he's gone over to
It
the
was a touch
touchdown.
shot who gave the signal. I think he's lost this. Oh, that's another big ball.
Yeah, he didn't go for the ball, he just loses it.
Oh,
That again, and the crowd here are relieved, most of them. And Stuart Raper is absolutely livid. So is the skipper. And about 4,500 travelling fans from Wigan. They are feeling exactly the same way. This guy won't mind.
2 points on the way. Well, that's larceny. And the referee's getting the rounds of the kitchen from the Wigan fans. It's not him. The touchman on that far side gave him the signal. 24-18. Even if Wigan get a converted try now, it'll only be level. But hey, we won't be worrying. That'll be an extra time.
Oh, book me into a hotel, please. This could be late. And as Eddie said, that larceny there, Stuart Raper, I'm sure will have quite a few words to say about that. And no doubt he's having a word to the fourth official already. What drama this is.
Well, it's little decisions like that. And dreams can turn into nightmares. 6 the difference. It's a converted corner. Retries to 2 Wigan, and they're losing, and that's on the full. Out on the full by Deacon. It's the turnover.
Wolves put under pressure, and that is what's happening out there.
Retries to 2 Wigan.
Nerves are jangling.
And Andy Farrell not having the best night with the boot, but having the best night in every other department. Here he is again.
Well, they like to put it down to the lack of their composure. They've given away so many silly penalties. 2 of them, importantly, for back-chatting to the referee.
8 goals for Bradford, just 3 for Wigan. That's the difference between the two, isn't it?
Doesn't matter how you get the points. If you're in front, you're going to be the winner. Simple.
Johns to Ferner.
Another tie.
From Forshaw.
Well, I feel there's going to be plenty of twists and turns in this. Ferner, Forshaw didn't like it. Ferner snapped on Forshaw then. Forshaw went looking for him.
Last tackle here. Last tackle. Here's Farrell. Wide it goes to Renoff. Flicks it back to Carney. Carney is trapped. Great Scotland defence from Rose and McDermott.
Desperation time there. But how on earth did Steve Renouf get rid of that football? That was a wonderful pass to Carney.
Now they're all on their feet now, the coaching staff. Led by the boss, Stuart Raper. 6 points in it. And just shy of 7 minutes to go. Fantastic. These playoffs.
Oh, he's lost it. It's a knock-on.
Oh, Leon Price. Now then, what's he saying down that microphone?
Well, he's not ordering a pizza, I'll tell you, because he's saying, hang on to this football.
Think that's all he's saying?
Maybe a little bit lengthy. All they had to do was just take his time, wait it, make sure the man got out of the way, and then make sure it was a perfect play the ball. Now, they're on the rack.
And Wigan are hunting the try. Oh, Renoff! You would think that he would be the last man to do that. All that playoff experience. 17 final series games for Brisbane. 4 winning grand finals. This is pressure.
Just had a little look there. Paul Deacon was just coming into his eye line and took his eyes off the football. Crucial moment. Wigan, of course, they're having to play catch-up football. They're having to try to get the ball expand out wide. The Bulls, all they have to do is up the jumper.
Mackay! And he's over the touchline.
He was still moving.
Super defence. I think that was Brian Carney. It was! Brian Carney always been penalised. Mackay.
Contesting the goal.
And it was they were contesting the goal, apparently.
Still moving. Oh, lack of composure from both sides, and that's how much it means to them. They want that gold ring. They want to get to Old Trafford.
Well, I'll tell you what, we walked up the sidelines here while Bradford were warming up, and Graham Mackay was about 10 metres away, and I thought someone had put all the lights out. Brian Carney is not the biggest man on the field, but boy, did he stand up there. And here is Johns, and now it's with Connolly. He's been in the wars tonight, Connolly.
As I mentioned before, Wigan have to be adventurous.
Lamb! What a lovely little dummy that was. Nearly fooled everyone, but not those two. It's with Farrell.
Must say, Henry Paul and Robbie Paul has got through a lot of defensive work.
Not tackled. Oh!
Oh, Andy Farrell. Did he hear the call?
Another big call from the referee, this.
Well, it must be difficult for all the players out there because the pandemonium, the noise here in this stadium.
Well, he wasn't held. For goodness sake, he was not held.
Another bad decision, this time from the referee. No doubt in my mind that McDermott did not stop his progress. And he must feel badly done to.
And so will he.
Well, there was an incident, remember when they were penalised, when he didn't drag the ball away. Lady Luck is not shining on the Warriors at this point in time.
A couple of big calls have gone against them. Mind you, there was a huge call against Bradford in that first half, the video ref. So maybe it evened itself out at the end of the day. Forshaw. Offloads, loads. Connolly, the strongest arms in the business, but Lowe's held on. Four shot of Banganar. Banganar still going. Still going. Now it's dropped. Oh no, Bradford will be tempted for the drop goal. McDermott to drive it in. I'm sure they will. It's only 6 points the margin. Paul Deacon's there. It's back with Deacon. Here's it. No. Lamb put the option down, so it's shipped to the in-goal area. Ladlinski's there. Ladlinski is trapped in goal by Deacon. Drop out from underneath. The Wigan post coming up.
He took the gamble in the full-back. Neat little chip over the top. I don't think anybody expected that on the wet conditions. But that was good thinking there from young Paul Deacon.
Yeah, that could even be a better result than a drop goal, that, couldn't it?
Yep.
Oops. That's over the top of Joe. And he's lumbering towards it, and look at the Wigan chase. Here they come.
He says, come on, you take it, boy. I just haven't got the energy.
He's blowing for tugs, isn't it, Joe?
Joe Wangner there was looking at Leon Price saying, come on.
Well, now Wigan are hunting the mistake from Bradford.
What an effort from both sides.
But if it is a rehearsal for the grand final, you won't find any complaints in this department. Oh, he's lost it. There's the mistake they were looking for.
They'll take the first knock on.
Well, that's a good chance for Wigan. Peacock's furious with himself. As I say, not many complaints in this department if this is the grand final 2 weeks early. But I think St Helens might have a word or two to say about it next week.
Oh, they're going to play. We've got to find out who that is.
Matthew Johns. They've got 1 minute and 38 seconds. And here comes Gary Connolly. A converted try, we'll have extra time. Lamb to Farrell. They're 20 metres away. 3 tackles gone. Here's Terry O'Connor. They're 12 metres away. 4 tackles gone. Newton down the short side, then back into Farrell. Here's Adrian Lamb. A down throw. Oh, well played. Forshaw. That could be the ball game.
He knows it too. The little chip over there. And Forte, oh, what on earth are they trying to do? The guy goes on his way. Just runs from dummy half now. That's all that's needed.
The fans here are counting down. They're getting ready for Old Trafford at Bradford. They're 45 seconds away. The league leadership brings with it this whole match. The one match they might need for the grand final, and Bradford, if they hang on here, are going to take full advantage of it.
Well, Newton is running around like a madman. He knows he's trying to get this football.
This is the last one, and this is going to be Wigan's last chance.
Why didn't they kick it directly into touch?
Carney, that's great harassing now.
I'm surprised that Lowe's opted for that one, leaving the ball in the field of play.
Here goes Johnson.
That's it. That'll do it.
That's the match. Brian Noble's going to Old Trafford, and 25,000 Bradford fans will be with him. They get another week to prepare for the grand final. And Wigan have another match and the opportunity to join them. That though will be scant consolation. 24-18. Only a converted try between the sides. The travelling army can make its plans now. They're going to Old Trafford on Saturday week. And no matter who they face, they will provide formidable opposition. A sweep over for Henry Paul. Some great kicking. His kicks have taken Brian Noble and Bradford to the grand final. Noble in his first season as a senior coach. The Bulls are there.
And they had to dig deep on this one. Wigan took them all the way to the wire. And Wigan, I'm sure, will look at the lack of composure for about 10 minutes in this second half. that allowed Bradford to take those penalty attempts. Henry Paul slotted them over. They are dug deep. They are worthy of going to the grand final. What a night for that fella, Brian Noble.
Absolutely terrific, and he is enjoying every moment of it as well. As so he should. I bet Henry Paul's enjoyed this as well. He's with Bill.
That kind of been an easy night into the office. No, the nerves are, you know, at their end, but one job's done now, another job. Focus now. Really set up great effort from Wigan. I know they'll be disconsolate, but I mean, great game. Our boys, marvellous effort there. Big smiles, but you know, just another job to go.
They say that the intensity ups a level when you get to the playoffs. I mean, this was the evidence for that, wasn't it?
Oh, a lot of errors, a lot of nerves, guys. Really, you know, holding their breath, but we made it, you know, and we're focused now, regroup, enjoy tonight, and then celebrate hopefully at the Old Trafford.
So we're coming at you at the end. I mean, it was nerve-gendering stuff, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the games against Wigan this year have been hard-stopping stuff, and I mean, fair play to them, you know, they did try at the end, but I think the wet conditions didn't help them, you know, a lot of drop ball at the end there, and it suited us, and in front of our home fans, big crowd tonight, and, you know, we'll enjoy it, but like I said, there's another job still to go.
And it's all going according to script for you, isn't it? I mean, it's just meant to be. Get to Old Trafford, get that grand final winners ring.
Come on, don't jinx me, mate, don't jinx me.
But it must be on your mind then, Ray.
And it is, you know, I mean, I've been working this hard all season. I knew my focus was for Bradford all the way, you know, and I'll join Gloucester when I join in, you know, and at the moment my mind's focused, enjoying it, loving it at the moment, and you know, when you win, it's just happy. We'll see if we can keep winning.
Thanks, Ray.
Well said, Henry Paul. The Bradford fans celebrate with their stars. And Michael Hagan won an Australian Premiership this morning with the Newcastle Knights in his very first season as a senior coach. Is Brian Noble on course to emulate him? But you might have seen, there is Brian Noble with Brian McDermott. You might have seen while we were talking to Henry Paul, Andrew Farrell winding up the Wigan troops at the other end of the field for a huge effort to come next Saturday against St Helens.
I am sure that the skipper, Andy Farrell, will be saying to his charges, look, we're not out of it yet. We have St Helens next week. No celebrations tonight. This is down to pure business. We go with our minds clear and we go with a positive attitude. He was absolutely yelling and screaming at his players.
Robbie Paul has been named the man of the match. He wins the T-shirt watch, and he's going to get the watch, I hope it's waterproof, on the pitch with Bill.
Robbie, there you go, man of the match, a well-earned award, and you had to work hard for that award and the win, didn't you? Yeah, just like to thank the sponsors just for the award. We did have to work hard. We knew that we were going to have to play 80 minutes football. The two times we've lost to Wigan this year, we've only played like 70 minutes, 60 minute football, and they've beaten us. And to respect a team like this, you have to go out and play for the full 80 minutes. Winning at half time, we come out with all the talk was about just this 40 minutes. This 40 minutes, you know, the grand final will take care of itself, but this was the 40 minutes we needed to win. If this is what the mood is like when you qualify for the grand final, and it must already be in your mind what it's going to be like when you get to Old Trafford. Yeah, I mean, we had the opportunity of being there in '99, and it was a special occasion. We're not reading anything into it yet, you know, it's going to be a very, whether we come up against Wigan again or whether we come up against St Helens, we understand it's going to be one of the hardest games of our careers. And if you look at it in one respect, we haven't won nothing yet. Exactly. Thanks, Roy.
Level-headed from the captain, they have won nothing yet. I bet they would love to play the grand final here, but they have to go to Old Trafford, Manchester, because they've beaten Wigan by 24 points to 18, and crucially for the Bradford Bulls, they get the extra week off. They won't be in action next week, but Wigan will. They will play St Helens at the JJB Stadium next Saturday night, and what